Hello! It's the day after Halloween, and I want to show you basically how my Halloween went. Um, what I dressed up as, what I got for in my candy haul, how the night actually went, and also how to put together my last minute Halloween costume. So basically, the day before Halloween, my mom realized that me and her did not have any Halloween outfits. My sister already did have her costume. She has like a gypsy costume that we bought at the Renaissance Fair. But we didn't really have any like set costumes going on. So she pulled out an old like pirate costume and some contact lenses and some FX makeup, and we decided we were going to be pirate zombies. So it was very hard to reach this conclusion because I had no idea what to be. I looked over at my pile of just like beach collection stuff, things that I had gotten at the beach, like barnacles, seashells, all kinds of things like that. And I was like, I could probably do something with that. So this is what happened. So then later in the night, we basically got together with my aunt and her son, so my cousin, and we went to Miraflores, which is, it's not too far from my house here, but we had to take a taxi there, and we met up there. Actually, we met up at my aunt's house before that, but we went to there in a taxi, and there was a lot of people dressed up, like a lot of people. There were some really cool costumes, but because we had to leave so late, it was like around 8 o'clock by then. Because we left so late because we took a long time with our makeup, and my cousin had to finish his like studies and stuff, we didn't get out until later, and by then most of the shops ran out of candy, and like some of the shops weren't even giving out candy. So our haul wasn't really that big. But then my aunt did such a sweet thing. She went to the corner store, like a corner, you know how in New York they have like hot dog stands? They have that here as well, but instead of hot dogs, it's like candies and like crackers and stuff. So she bought us a bunch of candies. It was very sweet, and she like handed us some of the candies because we only had a little bit. Alright, we're getting in the taxi to go trick-or-treating. Yeah! Gang, gang. Yeah! And by the time I got home, we were so tired. My feet were killing me from those boots. It was like almost 12 a.m. We all took like showers because obviously there was sand in my hair and like still like sticky stuff from the spirit gum on my face. I didn't get these, but this is because we went to KFC. Okay, this was on my face. Let's see what we got here. Some of these I've already eaten. Toss those to the side. This is coconut flavor. We got this. This is like a marshmallow. Oh, here it says marshmallow. That is vanilla flavored, covered in chocolate flavor. Is it not real chocolate? Alright. We got an ole ole. We got chinchinas, which are basically like M&Ms, but smaller. We got another ole ole. The truffles. This one is hazelnut. Let's see, what else do I recognize? Chicha morada. Yes. Okay, so in Peru we have a drink called chicha morada, which tastes kind of like a fruit punch, but with a little bit more lime and like cinnamon. It's really good. It's made with purple corn. Word. What else do I recognize here? Frugos. Frugle, I mean. Frugle is like pretty common here too. I think it's from Chile though, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what flavors we have. Fresa, strawberry. Another strawberry. Orange. And lime. And I've already eaten some of these, by the way, so. Let's see. Clásico. I think these are butterscotch. Let's get all the Clásico out of the way. They have a cute little horse on it. Hechizos. Huh. I don't think I've seen these ones. But I think I opened one that was cola flavored. But these ones are like different colors. I did have an Hechizos though last night and it was cola flavored. I wonder if these ones are. Oh, there's so many different color ones. That's really interesting. We'll find out. This is yogurt snack. Strawberry. I also recognize this one. This one is a lemon flavored candy. It looks like a lemon slice. It's just a hard candy. It's really good. And then fruity candy. Americandy. I have never seen these in America, so that is a lie. But we got some watermelon and strawberry. Oh, that's a wrapper. Oh, what is this? Ooh, a coffee flavored coffee chew. Alright, so I know that it's after Halloween and it's after the fact, but this was kind of a last minute costume idea, and I just want to make this video kind of as a way to show people that you never really have to put that much money into your Halloween costumes. So the items you'll need are some assorted seashells and barnacles. These are just things I got off the beach. I have some shark teeth. Next you'll need some markers. I'd recommend some blacks and greens to go with this look. These are concept markers. They're kind of pricey, but you could use just like Sharpies or fabric pens. A hot glue gun, scissors, and a cheap tank top shirt. Also, if you're not afraid of making a little bit of a mess, you can use some sand, which is also free. You just get it at the beach. So the first thing that I did was put on the shirt and then trace out where basically I would want to cut based on how it fit me. Then you go in with some scissors and you make these cuts, and you just kind of like pull at the fabric to make it look kind of worn, and you make like holes next to holes like this. Basically just make it look like you have been dead for a while. Next, what I did was I went in with these markers. This one is kind of a lighter pale green. This one is emerald green. And I started off with the pale green, making basic shapes of where I wanted some of the rotting and like green, like sea algae going on. And then I went over it with some of this, just to kind of give it like more depth. Next, before you go gluing anything, you just want to place things where you think they would look right. So yesterday, I think this is how I placed these things onto my shirt. You put random seashells in random places, but you do want to keep a little bit of like symmetry so if one area is looking too crowded, just move on to another area. And that's basically how I did that. To give the barnacle inside a little depth, you want to color in black and then glue it on, because it's harder to color inside this hole with the marker since it's bigger while it's already on. And the great thing about using a hot glue gun is the fact that you can take these things right off after you're done. So if you wanted to use shells from like your collection, you can totally do that. They might have a little bit of hot glue left over, but that's definitely, you can peel that off. So it's really handy to use this instead of like a fabric glue because it just comes right off. Another trick that I realized I could use was to smear some hot glue on the shirt and then cover the shirt in sand. And it left me with crusty sand bits that kind of look gross, and that's kind of the look that I was going for. Then my mom recommended I do a spider web here, so I did. What I might do for like this shirt, to give you an idea, is I might like just leave some sort of trail going up this side of just found beach objects, and then like a bigger like centerpiece item like this, probably there. You wouldn't want to put very heavy items towards the bottom of the shirt, because the bottom of the shirt tends to go away from your body more than the top of your shirt. I mean, like, the top of your shirt is more stuck to your body. It's more close to your body. So if you put this down here, for example, it's just gonna make the shirt hang a little bit like this. It's gonna make your shirt hang down, and then the illusion is kind of broken. So you want to stick it like up here in the shoulders or on the abdomen. Next, for the face makeup, you're gonna go with some of the lightest and smallest shells. I used this one, and one of these. I have several of these, so I used one of these on my face. And I use this on my neck, even though it's a bigger kind of shell. Your neck is a good support place for it. And then this is the barnacle that went over my eye. I wouldn't really recommend this to any beginner kind of makeup artist or Halloween special effects artist, because not every barnacle is going to be perfectly shaped like an eye. This is concave, so it fit really well over my eyelid, and it's like about the same size as my eye, but I wouldn't recommend somebody putting, you know, one of these on their faces. Alright, now for the actual makeup application. Before you start anything, you're going to want to wash your face to get it all free of the oils and dirt that might be on your face that might prevent your adhesive from sticking well. You really cannot use super glue or hot glue on your face. So if you can find it in any Halloween store, which is kind of hard here in Peru because they don't have Halloween stores, but we brought this from America. It's Spirit Gum. Spirit Gum's just basically an adhesive for your skin that isn't too rough on your skin, isn't like gonna cause any real problems. So before you put any kind of makeup on, you're gonna want to put on your prosthetics. So as you saw in my Halloween candy haul, I made this star, the sea star, out of some makeup sponges and paint. And in order, you can just order like a toy sea star if you don't want to go through with the trouble of trying to make sponges look like a sea star, because this did take a few hours. Basically, you take the Spirit Gum and you apply it onto the complete inside of here. You can even see some of it there. But you're going to apply this into all of this. And if your material that the sea star is made out of is more spongy like mine is, it's going to be a little bit hard to get it to stay. So I'm going to recommend putting a layer on the back, waiting for that to get tacky, then putting another layer, blowing on it so it can get tacky, and putting a rough outline of where you want it to be on your face with the Spirit Gum. And then you basically put it on however you want it to be stuck onto you. I chose this, I think. Something like this. Since the look is kind of inspired by Bootstrap Bill, I like borrowed the same idea of having a starfish on the face. Now, for this particular barnacle, because it's concave like this and it fits so well over my real eye, all I had to do was add Spirit Gum to my brow bone, my inner corner down here, and then over here. And you basically just need to put the same amount in the same spots as your prosthetic or barnacle. and then you wait for that to get a little tacky and you stick it on. And with spirit gum, you're going to want to hold it on for a long time to make sure it's really stuck on there, especially with heavier prosthetics such as this one. Then I went in with my snail shells. I put them here, and actually this one was on my neck down here. And like I said, you can also use some bigger shells on your neck too. I had this down here. And it adds a really good effect so that there's continuity throughout your look of having these like sea animals basically like pick at your decaying flesh. Then after you've been working with the adhesive, your hands are going to be a little bit tacky, so you're going to thoroughly wash them before going into this next step. And the next step is contact lenses. You obviously don't need to do this one, but I think it really helps sell the whole look if you cover your other eye that doesn't have a barnacle on it in this cool contact lens. This one is a completely white contact lens except for the iris, the pupil. Hold on. So there we go. It's a little bit of a hassle to put on because it's hard to put contact lenses on, at least for me, because I use glasses all my life. But if you are going to go with the barnacle over the eye look, it's really handy to have glasses because the spirit gum can only be so strong. Like, this barnacle is pretty heavy. I mean, it's not really that heavy, but it's heavier than a prosthetic. So if you have glasses, it really helps it keep it in place, even if the spirit gum wears off. So that's just a hack. I just realized that I left all the makeup that I was gonna use to recreate the look that I used last night. I left at my aunt's house. So I'm going to just basically show you how to do it without actually having the makeup here, but basically the basics of what you can do. So the first thing I started with was using a white face powder. It was like a special Halloween powder that just makes your skin look a little bit paler, which is good if you're gonna be a pirate zombie. So I just spread that all over my face, making sure to get also my neck and my ears. Then I mixed together a purple and a black to make a darker kind of purple. And basically what you have to do is clench your jaw, and then it shows you naturally where your muscle groups would be. Like, I'll just show you. I still have some. So makeup. Now that you know basically where your skin goes in, you have to exaggerate that with the makeup. So you put the purple and black in between here. You just basically put it like in these kinds of shapes, these like N kind of, lowercase n kind of shapes, to basically make it look like you are the undead. Next, you can contour your face with this color as well. I went up the bridge of my nose and then into my brows to make it look like I hadn't been sleeping, and like it just makes the face look very sharp. And then you can go in with an exaggerated look here where you spread the makeup up this way and down this way. You have to blend it in well so it doesn't just look like you have shapes on your face. Then what I did with this eye is I kind of traced my natural eye bags, because I'm a gremlin, lightly with some black eyeliner. First I went under my eye, then I went under this line there, and then this line here. And then I filled that in with our contour color, which was this deep purple / black. You go in and you want to make sure that the middle parts are the lightest parts. So the inner corners are going to be dark and fading into a lighter part. Same goes here. And then I used like a burgundy to put it in the center that we left kind of clear, so that it could look a little bit irritated. And I did that also around the wound I made on my neck later. Because we didn't have a lot of greens, I only had like one kind of metallic-y green. So to go with the same theme as the shirt, you can put some green here on your temples, down your face, and basically everywhere you contoured, you can also put a little bit of green just to keep the continuity with your shirt. Next, if you want the look to be a bit more bloody, you can also do fake wounds. What I did on my neck here, you could still see a little bit of a trace of it. You take a black eyeliner and you trace out a shape that's roughly shaped like this. It's like a banana shape, but it needs to be a little bit more realistic than a banana, obviously. And then you trace around it lightly in that same black to make the skin look irritated around it, look a little bit raised. Then you take a red liner pencil and you color in the insides. And then I use the same purple and black to make the space around it look a little bit deeper. And then you can go in with some fake blood, and it just kind of seals the whole look. You can also put some fake blood here on the corner of your mouth. Again, if you don't live in the United States and a Halloween store isn't really close by you, you can always order it online beforehand. Next, for the hair, I use this Ego hair gel, and I just put like a whole bunch on in the palm of my hand and smoothed it through my hair, and then made it look all crazy. And the good thing about the hair gel is that it keeps your hair looking wet, so it looks like you just got out of the ocean and you've got all this nasty stuff growing out of your body. And a good step that I also went with is I took some more of that sand and put it into my hair. Next, I just put on these pants. These are just pajama pants I already had. They're not very piratey, but they actually passed off as piratey pretty well last night. And then over the whole look, you're gonna put a belt, preferably one with like this kind of metal buckle, if not gold, because that's kind of like keeping up with the pirate theme too. What kind of pirate look is complete without some buckled heels? This gets to be such a pain in the ass midnight trick-or-treating, but let me tell you, it brings a whole